What are the first 3 rules of real estate?
Location.
Excellent. I actually say don't make subprime loans, but whatever, okay? What are the first 3 rules of advertising and marketing? People make decisions based on their close, right? On their, this is a head fake, and he draws the foul. Emotions. 5, 10, 6, 4 with a hat, yeah? Right? This is a head fake. Emotions. People make decisions based on their emotions. And advertisers are spending like $1 trillion on that one principle. We make decisions based on our emotions. Now, I love emotions. They're great. Yeah! Whoa! But they're dangerous. They go after sharp, shiny things, hot, fiery things. They're not responsible when it comes to making decisions, okay? A person should have the head guide the heart. Have vertical integration in business, have vertical integration in life. Have the head guide the heart. I have a few keys to success in life. This is one of them. From my experience and talking to people, people do not learn how to do that in college. From my experience talking to people do not learn how to do that in grad school. That's $400,000 not so efficiently used. From my experience and talking to people do not learn how to do that in life, how to have the head guide the heart. So I invite you. I have Rabbi Wenglin University, yeah? Little Wenglin Sanity, with a Harvard shout out right there. Right? Wenglin Sanity. Come to Rabbi Wenglin University. I will give you in-state tuition for a semester, and we will learn some of the keys to success in life. You understand? People are spending big money, and they're not necessarily getting the things they need. I'm filling that gap. So let's learn how to have the head guide the heart. But I'll give you in-state tuition. Did I say that? But most people don't do it. So we don't know how to have the head guide the heart. I'm not going to fight City Hall. The advertisers know we make decisions based on our emotions. Okay? So let's just make sure. Here's the page. Let's get all on it. Okay? When I say that we make decisions based on our emotions, here's how it plays out. I'm typing on the computer, kayak.com, to make my planes, trains, automobiles when I come to America. And those cookies in there, those kosher cookies, they know what I'm up to. Bang! A rental car company pop-up is in my computer screen. A rental car company pop-up is in my computer screen. What is in the rental car company pop-up that's now in my computer screen?
Limited time offer?
That's not a bad one. It's not a bad idea. I really don't want to tell you. I was blessed. I have really good parents, thank God. You know why my parents were good? They would never answer my questions. No, it's a big kindness. They made me think. They made me look it up, and they made me think. It's a lost art. I teach at a seminary in Israel. I ask the girls a question. They're like, after 23 seconds, I grab it. Just tell us. Don't you want to think about it? Not really, Rabbi. We don't want to think about it. Come on. Just work. Come on. Think. It's so much fun to think. It's fun. What's in the rental car company pop on my computer screen? It's not that complicated. Right. Thank you. Right? A B-A-B-E. Bang. Right there in the middle of my computer screen. Coy look on her face. Mini skirt, halter top, standing there pigeon-toed with like the keys seductively draped off her fingers, right? Rabbi, I looked for a millisecond, okay? And in the back, there's a car. And I'm like, you mean if I get that car, I get her, give me 3 of them. Check out, click, I know, cart. Yes, I know. By the way, PC people, I'm not saying that this is right. It just is what it is. You want to sell anything to a man, you put a girl there. Beer, girl. Power tool, girl. Colonoscopy, girl. Rabbi Wenglin, back again so soon? Yeah, every week, isn't it? No, it's every 10 years, Rabbi. Right? It's ridiculous. We make decisions based on our emotions, and the advertisers know it. The whole night, I'm just going to be talking about your emotions. That's it. Your emotions. The Madricha, the student leader at that Jewel program for women, after I spoke this class out, a few days later, she was at my house for Shabbos and she said, Rabbi, some of the girls felt that what you said they knew already. And I said to her, how come they didn't know the answers when I asked the questions? She said, yeah, I was wondering that myself. I said to her, let me explain to you. After I said it, then they knew it already. It's your emotions. It's not my emotions. I'm not going to sell you something you don't need. Drink this, and it'll make you feel you've got wind rushing through your payas. You don't need that. We make decisions based on our emotions, and the advertisers are spending $1 trillion on that proposition. Okay? So that's the principle at play here. Now we're going to move forward and start applying it. Okay? So believe it or not, I have a friend, period. Believe it or not, I have a friend who started out his career on Wall Street. He played the shell game on Wall Street. Oh, I'm just kidding. He started out his career at Goldman Sachs. Heard of Goldman Sachs? It's a pretty nice outfit, right? It's a pretty spiffy outfit, yeah? He was a janitor at Goldman Sachs. Oh, okay, I'm kidding. He's a bond trader at Goldman Sachs. Now, for those of you who have no clue what that means, let me explain to you. Seriously, you have to know what this means. A bond trader at Goldman Sachs, this is not a bond trader. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. Would you like to buy 100 shares of Google? No, thanks for listening. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Would you like to buy 100 shares of Google? No, thanks for listening. That's a stockbroker. No offense, but to the bond trader, a stockbroker is a bottom feeder. It's a mouse. So bond traders' life is computer screens, markets, gambling, high-stakes gambling against the computer screens and all the markets that are like 50 screens in front of them. And on top of that, there's like 50 phones, like the biggest bookies in the world. And on top of that, you got like Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and all the reservations in between, wind-zipped into little packets, 50 of them on top of that. And then you take methamphetamine in a syringe and squirt it into your vein every 15 minutes. That's a bond trader, okay? And that's what my friend was doing at the time. And he said to me after about 3 weeks, 3 months on the job, he said, "You want to hear an amazing insight?" You know what I said to him? No. Try that sometimes. Yeah, want to hear a funny joke? Not really. You want to hear an amazing story? No, not particularly. The person's so excited. I don't know. I'll stop making jokes, but this one I have to make. This one's just funny to me. You ever do this to somebody? We all do this. Like, oh my gosh, smell this. It smells terrible. Smell that. Like, oh my goodness, I'm going to throw up. Smell that. Why do we do that? We don't do that any other kind of suffering. It's like, ow, ow. That feels really like, oh, that glass is exquisite. Try that, right? We don't do that. Oh, I'm going to lose my lunch. Smell that. Strangest thing. So my friend, he knows I'm Jewish. He goes, "You want to hear an amazing insight?" Yeah, I'm Jewish. And he delivered. He said, it's a lesson for all of life. He didn't say that. I'm saying that. It's a lesson for all of life. He asked me, what is the one skill, one ability that separates the winners from losers on the trading desk? The one skill, one ability that separates the men from the boys. That's the way they talk. The men from the boys on the trading desk. I want you to think about it. One skill, one ability. It's got to be rare. And the answer is, you got to know how to cut your losses. You got to know how to cut your losses. That's what my friend said. It's a lesson for all of life. I go out to universities. I speak to people there. I'm like, "How's your major going?" "I don't know if I like it." "So why don't you get rid of it? Why don't you change it?" Right? Why don't you change it? "I've been doing it for 2 years." "Well, 2 years in the wrong major is better than 3 years in the wrong major." "How's that boyfriend?" "He's a jerk. So why don't you dump him?" "Well, we've been out for a year and a half." "Well, a year and a half for the wrong boyfriend is better than 2 years of the wrong boyfriend." You gotta know how to cut your losses. How that works in the Wall Street context as follows. Wall Street guy makes a trade, $500 million trade, much more than my allowance, yeah? $500 million trade. Sometimes the trade closes, he goes up, he takes a profit. Profit starts with the letter P. Sometimes it goes down, takes a loss. Loss starts with the letter L. At the end of the year, the company gives him a P&L statement. He's got a lot of net P. The company's willing to give him $3, $5, $15 million of crumbs of that P. 4 to 8, 5 days a week, lots of 8 to 4, 5 days a week, lots of adrenaline, $5 million of crumbs. Liberal arts people see me after class. Okay? It's a great way to make a living. Yeah? So he does not want, he makes the trade 1 million, 2 million. Stop it now. He does not want it to go 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, right? That's a big hole to have to get out of. 1 million, 2 million, cut it there, not 5, 10, 20 million. Career's over, right? Whatever, 15 million, 50 million. Yeah? Got to cut your losses. It's like in sports. Don't start the season 0-15, right? Especially in football, right? Okay? Thanks, Fee. So, it is actually that fun. It's that fun. I hear. Okay? So now, that's why it's so important in the Wall Street context. Everybody on the desk knows this rule. Every single guy and gal out there on Wall Street knows this rule. Got to know how to cut your losses. Why is it so rare? Right, I'm going to move fast now. Right, 1 million down, 2 million down. The guy's on the desk. Come on, man, get out. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. $2 million. Why can't he get out? What's he telling himself? 1 million, 2 million down. What's he telling himself? It's going to go back up. Does he know it's going to go back up? Does he think it's going to go back up? Does he hope? What kind of word is hope? An emotional word, a great marketing word, awesome marketing word. 2008, all over the country. 2012, all over the country. I'm not joking. A great marketing word. It's the national anthem of Israel. It pulls your heartstrings. A great word. But this 6'3" ex-college jock, master of the universe, is reduced to a rubble of emotion. 1 million, 2 million. I hope it's going to go back up. I hope it's going to go back up. 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. Get out, man. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Get out. Why does he do that? 1 million, 2 million. I hope it's going to go back up. Get out. Why can't he get out? He has to admit that he was wrong. And what part of us does not like to admit that we are wrong? Our ego. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all J-Pulse, your ego is trying to kill you. 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 I could stay here all night after I tell that joke. I can stand here and do a JED talk and stay there for 15 minutes and say, your ego is trying to kill you. Your ego is trying to kill you. Why? What's your ego trying to do?
Kill you.
No, you, not me. I'm saying this 1,000 times. You know why? Not one of you is taking notes. So as a public speaker, one of you is taking notes. Two of you is taking notes, but who's counting? Most of you ain't taking no notes. And you know what that means? You're not going to remember anything. So as a public speaker, my class is normally 18 minutes. But I have to say things with humor and this, and I'm not kidding you. Because I got to make sure something is in there. Your ego is trying to kill you. C-I-L-L-U. Okay? I went to Harvard. K with one L. Leave me alone. The C-I-L-L thing is a shout out to Eddie Murphy right there. I'm not joking. Some people say, no, Rabbi, my ego is my self-esteem. No, it's not. The ego cares about one thing and one thing only. What does it care about? Itself. That's all it cares about. Watch the Wall Street guy. 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. What's happened to his career? Gone. What's his ego doing? I didn't have to admit I was wrong. Trying to kill you. So the Wall Street guy has to have a little caucus with his ego. Come here, little guy. Come on. We're down 2 million. Let's just get out now. We'll admit we're wrong. No, I know it hurts, but we just have to get out. We'll have to admit we're wrong. Can't you take one for the team? And the ego says, I don't know if you've noticed, but there is no I in team. Can't take one for the team. So the Wall Street guy's got to try again. Let me ask you guys a question. What's going to make this Wall Street guy's ego really happy? If, by the way, I was once told, wait 10 seconds after you ask a question. So I'm going to do like my kinds of seconds. Done. Okay? So it would make him happy if at the end of the year he's got a lot of P, a little L, and they give him $3 to $5, $15 million of crumbs. He's got a house in the Cape, a house in Vail, house in Paris, corporate jet, tax-free, parties around the globe. That's going to make this guy's ego really happy, right? So he says, come here, little guy, listen, we're in the L column. We got to get into the P. But first we have to be wrong. No. But we just got to get into the P column, like just soar with it. But first we have to be wrong. Can't you think long-term? Paris, Vail, parties, can't you? And the ego says, no, I can't think long-term. I hear that word wrong and I plots. Wow, we got to try again. So I'm going to ask you all, when a person says the words, I was wrong, is the person right or wrong when the person says those words? They're right, right? If a person says the words, I was wrong, is the person right or wrong? They're right about being wrong. They are right about being wrong. But that confuses the ego. The ego cannot get to right by going through wrong. It's too painful for the ego. You see this very clearly with a doctor. Doctor comes in and sees a patient and says, this patient has disease X. The staff attendant says, doc, look at the chart. I think it's Y. I'm telling you it's disease X. Look at that ego. I'm telling you it's disease X. Doc, look at the numbers. I really think it's Y. Why are you being so insubordinate? Look at all that ego. I'm telling you it's disease X. The staff attendant says, doc, what's your goal? Parenthetically, I love that question. Quick review. Doc, what's your goal? How do I feel about that question? Thank you. Quick review, everybody. Doc, what's your goal? How do I feel about that question? Why do I love it? Why do I love it? You cannot do anything effectively in life unless you have clear goals. You cannot do anything effectively in life unless you have clear goals. Clear goals. And even in the self-help industry, they say if a person writes down the goal, there's like a billion chance more likelihood of achieving it than not. Okay? Gotta have clear goals. So back to our little action here. Doc, what's your goal to save the patient's life? So why don't you be a hero, come over to Y and save the patient's life? I can't. Why not? Because then I'll be wrong. No, then you'll be right. I can't do it. I cannot get to right by going through wrong. It's too painful for my ego. What's gonna happen to the patient? It's going to be dead. What's going to happen to the doctor's career? Dead. I want him dead. His family dead. And what's his ego doing? I didn't have to admit I was wrong. You want that guy to be your doctor? Want that guy to be your father? Want that guy to be your husband, friend, partner, roommate, associate on the same plane? You want to be that guy? Your ego is trying to kill you. I was giving this class over to a group of suburbanites in the suburbs, and the suburbanite came up to me after the class, 65-year-old man, and he said to me, Jewish guy, and he said to me, I'm a doctor. That's exactly the way it goes. He said, I'll tell you another one. He said, I'll tell you another one. You and another doctor can be working on a case together. The other doctor proposes a diagnosis. What do you do as the first doctor? You start shooting it down, even as you're telling yourself, she's probably right. You want that guy to be your doctor? You want that guy to be your father, husband, partner, associate, roommate on the same planet? You want to be that guy? Your ego is trying to kill you. I cannot overstate this. It's trying to destroy your entire life, every facet of it, all your relationships, everything. Your ego is trying to kill you. A major takeaway. So the Wall Street guy, the way you have to get out of it is you have to tell the ego being wrong is being right, which is what we want. It's all the emotions. I want to be right. Sometimes being right is saying I was wrong. Come on, ego, that's what we want. We want to be right. Use the emotions to get the ego to do the right thing. So let me summarize this in a very nice metaphor. Back in the day, there used to be banks without ATMs. Some of you may remember that. Imagine, if you will, you're in one of them there banks without ATMs at lunch hour on payday. You're there with your 12-year-old cousin Janie. You're waiting to meet your friend at the bank to go out for lunch. Your friend is late, but it's payday. So there are a lot of people on the line. And each person on the line comes up to the bank teller, puts the money in that steel drawer. The bank teller pulls it through the glass, the bulletproof glass, counts up the money, puts it in the bank drawer, and smiles and waves goodbye. One after another, line people put the money in that steel drawer, bank teller pulls it through the glass, counts up the money, puts it in the bank drawer, smiles and waves goodbye. One after another, line people, money in that steel drawer, bank teller pulls it through the glass, counts up the money, puts it in the bank drawer, smiles and waves goodbye. Your friend is late, people. 20 minutes go by, and you're sitting there trying to keep yourself interested. You decide to have a little fun and do a little experiment with your 12-year-old cousin, Janie. Janie, kiddo, I have a question for you. Who do you want to be when you grow up? The line people or the bank teller? What's Janie going to say? It's going to be a bank teller. Bank teller's going like this all day long. Come to Papa. Janie says she's got a goal. Janie wants stuff. Stuff costs money. She's got to go. I want money. Bank teller is getting all the money. Now, Janie's a go-getter. I only deal with go-getters. She runs home and she joins the bank teller club at school. And she starts applying to bank teller colleges. And she puts on bank teller clothes. She joins the bank teller chat room. She puts posters of great bank tellers in the history of the world on the walls of her room. Okay? She's a go-getter. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all J-Pulse, I have a very serious question for all you all. Would you say that Janie, in an undying, unswerving, dedicated attempt to be a bank teller, is evil incarnate? Would you say that she's going to burn in eternal hellfire and damnation? Would you say, ladies and gentlemen, that she is just plain wicked? No? What are you talking about, Rabbi? Actually, I'm a Baptist. Ha-ha, I got you all. I agree. She's not wicked. It's not about being evil. It's not about being good or bad or righteous or evil. It's not. It's not about any of that. But it's not good, it's not bad, but it's ugly. What's Janie's goal? To make money. Is she getting her goal by being a bank teller? No. She's being very ineffective getting what she wants. How does it feel to be very ineffective getting what you want? How does it feel? Your emotions. How does it feel to be very ineffective getting what you want? Not good. S-U-C-K-S says it's not good. It doesn't feel good. So you take Janie out of her misery. Yeah? You go to Janie, give her a little quick class on economics. Janie, the line people are loaded. Fancy Italian leather shoes, Prada accessories. They're loaded. The bank teller is an agent of the bank. The line people are actually lending money to the bank. Explain that to her for 5 minutes. Try again. Janie, who do you want to be when you grow up? The bank teller or the line people? What's Janie going to say now? The line people. Now Jane is going to do the most remarkable thing you will ever see a human being do. Ever. No exaggeration. Janie says to herself, I got my goal. I still got that. Money. I thought it was the bank teller. I thought it was the bank teller. Now I have new information about the line people. And Janie, either because she's 12 or because she's imaginary, does not have an ego problem. So she says to herself, I have the same goal. I thought it was this. I have new information. And because she has no ego problem, she can do the most remarkable thing you've ever seen a human being do. She says, I was wrong. And she runs home, rips the poster the bank tellers off the walls of the room, gets rid of the bank teller, gets out of the bank teller club, gets out of the bank teller college, gets rid of the bank teller clothes, gets out of the bank teller chat room, and she want to delete, double click, yes, joins the line people chat room, the line people club, line people college, puts line people clothes, puts posters of great line people in the history of the world on the walls of a room. Same go-getter, same goal, new information, no ego. That's how you make decisions in life. That's how you make decisions in life. You have to use your emotions to convince the ego we want to be effective. Being ineffective is going to hurt. Being wrong is necessary to be effective. Don't be afraid of that word wrong. It's being right. Use the emotions. I want to be effective with the ego. That's the way a person makes effective and good, positive feeling decisions in life. Thank you so much for listening.